This is the second video in the series on Obadiah, and this is verse 2, and it is entitled Edom, Despised and Diminished. And verse 2 of the book of Obadiah reads in the Hebrew, Hine katon netaticha bagoyim bezuyata meod. Behold, I will diminish you among the nations. You are greatly despised. So let's go through the vocabulary here. And first we have the word hine, which is a demonstrative particle. It's an interjection, and that is translated lo or behold. The next word is katon or katan, and that is an adjective, and it is a masculine singular adjective in the absolute state, and it means least, small, young, or unimportant. Next, we have nataticha, which is from the verb natan, meaning to give, put, or set, and that is a verb. It's in the cal stem, perfect tense. It's a first person common singular with a second person masculine singular suffix. Next we have bagoyim, which is the noun goy, meaning nation or people, and it is a noun, and it is masculine, plural, and in the absolute state, and it is prefixed with the preposition ba, meaning in, with, to, etc. Next we have bazui, and that is from the verb baza, to despise, and it is in the cal stem, and it is a masculine singular passive participle. Next we have ata, which is the second person singular masculine personal pronoun. And finally we have meod, which is an adjective or an adverb. It's a particle, and it means muchness, force, abundance, very, great. So therefore, we would translate into English, Behold, I will diminish you among the nations. You are greatly despised. Now, Obadiah 1:2 links directly to Genesis 25:34 via the word baza, to despise. We have in Obadiah 1:2b, you are greatly despised, so God greatly despises Edom. And in Genesis 25:34b, thus Esau, who is also Edom, despised his birthright. So let's go back to that Genesis 25 passage, even though we read it in the first video. Let's read it again just to get our bearings. It's a very important link for the book of Obadiah. Genesis 25, chapter 25, verses 29 through 34 reads, When Jacob had cooked stew, Esau came in from the field, and he was famished. And Esau said to Jacob, Please let me have a swallow of that red stuff there, for I am famished. Therefore, his name was called Edom. And in the first video, we looked and we saw that in Hebrew, that red stuff there is ha'adom hazeh. So he was called Edom because he wanted a swallow of that red stuff there. So a name of ignominy, a very, very opprobrious name, because he traded his birthright for a bowl of soup. So verse 31, but Jacob said, First, sell me your birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am about to die, so of what use then is the birthright to me? And Jacob said, First, swear to me. So he swore to him, and sold his birthright to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew, and he ate and drank and rose and went on his way, and thus Esau despised, baza, his birthright. So summary and conclusions. Since Esau slash Edom despised his birthright, God despises him. The birthright represented the right to be in the godly line of Abraham and Isaac, and thus to reject the birthright was to reject God. Esau saw the birthright as worthless, while Jacob saw it as something to be gained at all costs, even deceit, for which God would have to deal with him later. And therefore there is a bifurcation or a splitting between Esau slash Edom, the ungodly line, and Jacob slash Israel, the godly line. And God, Yahweh is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He is not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, even though Esau had the birthright. But he gave it up. He sold it for a bowl of soup, a mess of pottage. And Edom will be diminished among the nations, and Jacob will be enlarged and exalted over the nations. And this is summarized in the statement in Malachi 1, 2 through 3, and in Romans 9:13. I have loved Jacob, but I have hated Esau. Thank you.